Hello folks, Gordon here, hope all is well with you. It's another beautiful spring day here in South London, and this video I've called Yellow Doodle because I'm looking at one of my paintings and you won't be surprised that it's a yellow doodle, which I painted in April 2020. It's 5 years old, this painting. It's acrylic on a canvas panel board 12 inches by 12 inches, and this painting is an interesting one because it went from maybe one of my least favourite paintings to not my most favourite painting, but a most acceptable end result. So I'm going to tell you about it because in 2020 I was getting back into painting and getting back into painting the doodles. Now the first doodle painting I did was that one, red and black one, which I painted. These doodle paintings I painted no later than 2009, and the only reason I know that is because I wasn't dating my paintings at that time, but I know I stopped living at the place that I was living at when I painted this in 2009, so it's no later than 2009. And these doodles are all one line. They start at one point in the canvas and then go all the way around the canvas in one line and finish up at another point in the canvas, so you can follow the single line round if you want. And when I did these, I would either do them in one colour on black, or is it black on another colour, or I would paint it as two different colours, maybe two different versions of the same colour, blue in this case. So when I first started doing them again in 2020, I started off with this one, which is the Rainbow Doodle, which is one of my favourite paintings, full stop. And in this one I did something I hadn't done before because I was painting, leaving the white canvas to show through and just changing colour as I went around painting the doodle to get this rainbow effect. I haven't done that since, and I hadn't done it before. I should do some more of these actually. Don't get me started on different ideas. Don't get me started. But what I decided to do with this, the second painting as I got back into the doodles in 2020, was yellow and black. Now I first painted it as just the yellow on white, which I liked. And I thought, now that'll be interesting to see what happens when I put the black on it, because I should end up liking it as much as I did the red on black. But I put the black on it, so it was yellow and black, and I didn't like it anymore. I thought I'd ruined it. And I couldn't quite work out why. And then it occurred to me that the actual doodle line, before I do any painting on the white canvas, I do the original doodle line in a black marker. You can see in this rainbow doodle the black of the doodle line. That is done in a marker pen. And what I realised is that over the years, on these first ones that I did, the marker pen has just faded away. So the actual doodle line has turned white. It wasn't white originally, it was black marker originally. So when I went back to them in 2020, the black line was black. So when I put the yellow on, it just looked, I didn't like it. There wasn't a clear definition of the doodle line. So I didn't like it. So I don't really like bidding paintings, or I thought there's no point in painting over that. There's not much I can do with it. So I just left it. A lot of my paintings I just leave. And artists do this. They leave a painting and they might come back to it at some point in the future, maybe years in the future, and do something different with it. Now, as part of my painting adventure, I'd started to do the bubble paintings. There's one of the bubble drop painting that you can see in the distance. Can you see it? There's another one up there. No, you can't see it. And to do those, I used acrylic pens, little, which come out with a nice thin line. And I thought, now hang on, maybe I could go over the original black doodle in the white pen just to see what happened. Because if I try that and I find out I've ruined it, well, I'm no worse off because I wasn't doing anything with the painting anyway. The thing that put me off was that with a marker pen, I was making sort of, you can see the sweeping, swirling movements. Now it's harder to go over that in one go because I'm likely to go off the thin line. The thin original doodle line is not that thick. I decided, well, what the hell, I'm going to go for it. So, can you see? I ended up with the white acrylic pen much thinner than the original doodle. And it sort of goes down the middle of the original marker pen doodle. Now, it's not a perfect match. You can see there, for example, bit of a wobble. A hand might have been shaking. Story of my life. So it's not quite a match. You look again there, it's gone all over the place. But it sort of worked. And when I finished it, I thought, that sort of works. So I took some photos of it because I used the photos to make the prints. And yeah, it's turned into a painting that I thought, no, I don't really like it. To a painting I thought, oh, that's not bad, that's usable. So I think it ended up as number 20 on my list. Yellow and black doodle. So yeah, there are 8 paintings that I've done in April over the years. So I've got quite a few to get through this month. That's 2 a week, isn't it? And I've got at least one more that I'm going to be releasing in April. So keep your eyes peeled. Let me know what you think. I haven't done that on any other of my doodle paintings, either before or since. So I can't say it's unique because all the doodle paintings are unique because they're one-offs. The doodle, when I start a doodle painting, I've got an idea about what I'm going to put in. There's going to be a few of those, and there's going to be a few jagged straight lines. But apart from that, I sort of go wherever it takes me, which is part of the point of doodling. That is how I used to do doodles when I was doodling at school or doodling in my youth. This is exactly how I would do doodles. You could fill up any space with this kind of doodling. Maybe that's how you do your doodles. I don't know. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that, the universe and life in general and everything. Signing off for now. Wishing you guys have a health and happiness, and I'll speak to you again soon.